Yeah, hey, what's going on, you guys? Dre here from DREtalks. Out here at the old fishing hole. Got a couple holes drilled. Going at her. Today's talk, I don't know. It's not much to talk about. Look at this. We're on a pretty big lake here, you guys. They're not gonna hear shit. This foot of insulation is sweet. Dre here, just trying to figure out what these bugs are in these holes here. I don't know if you guys can see that still. It's gone now.
Tie some line to that, drop it in the hole.
Yeah, right? That'd be so cool. Oh, I'm losing my coffee baby. Look at that. I'm getting some ice in my hole. I'm gonna have to scoop it out. Anybody got a scoop? Here's a scoop. Let me just put my rod down. This is our Rapala scoop we picked up from Canadian Tire. Works pretty well. It's a little on the heavy side, but I think that's to do with the durability aspect of the product. This ice is about, I'm gonna say, 18 inches, maybe 16 inches thick. It comes up to your hand up here on the label here, so it's pretty decent. I'm using this as a measuring device. You could probably get a stick if you want, or yeah, I know. It's all right. I'm not worried about the water. So we've had a few bites. Been here about 20 minutes or so. Let's see here. I'll just pull up my line here. Right now, I'm using this Rattler. It's a jigging Rattler. It's got 2 treble hooks on it. It's pretty decent. Yesterday night, I had some bites in the dark, so we're gonna try today in the daytime. And I don't know if you guys can hear that. You can actually hear the rattle all the way from up here. So it's pretty sweet. There's all the cars way over there. Pretty far out here on the highway. It's quite a few people here. It's not too bad out. I think it's only about 5 degrees out right now, or -5. It's a nice moderate temperature, nice in the sun. We got this Rapala spoon we picked up. Is this Rapala?
Yeah, I believe it's Rapala.
Yeah, with the treble hook on it. It's very, very sweet. Super attractant, really bright color. And on the back side, it's like a silver chrome, so you can really see it when he pulls it back up. Right now we're using this is the Fireline from Berkeley. Stuff's really good, pretty strong for being only a 6-pound line. Comes in the 50-yard length. I think this lake is only about 15 feet deep, maybe in some parts. Maybe a bit deeper, I'd say. Probably deeper, eh? Probably 20 feet. Wow. What was that? Did you get something?
No. Might have been just a bite.
Would have been exciting to get that right on film just now.
Yeah. Alright, we'll get this one.
So we got this one Jeremy's using. What is that? Are you using a worm on there? A krill? A dead worm, an old shrivel up worm. Nice. That looks like the little squid on the... Is that a mean eye jig?
I'm not sure.
Oh, just a regular eye jig. Was that a 1/4 ounce or an 8 ounce? Or 1/8?
It's tiny, whatever it was.
It's probably a 1/4, eh? Or an 1/8, I mean. We're using the 1/4 on ours. Well, what are you doing? Why are you sticking your line in there? You're gonna freeze up the... Yeah, see it's freezing up here? You got all this ice up here now. Yeah, I'm here to give some advice.
And some good talks.
Yeah, some good talks. So right now we're looking at this ice, and this ice is a little cloudy. This tells me, as you can see through the layers, that it froze and melted multiple times over the time. Well, why do you gotta get me like that? You don't mess around like that.
Yeah, but now you got an excitement. If you ever do catch a fish, you can just edit that part into it.
Gabby was the first one to have bites, so I'm just hanging around her hole. So back to the hole.
Trying to steal my 15 minutes.
So like I said, this is like froze and melted a few times. So it's not the strongest ice, but it's almost 20 inches thick. So we're fine out here. We don't even have a vehicle out here. So just got this jet sled. Chappelle. Oh, it's Eagle Claw. It's not Chappelle. Eagle Claw.
Chappelle must be French for jet sled.
Jet sled! Junior, too. That's sweet. That fits in my Jeep. No problem.
Junior.
The Junior. The Cabela's rod holder there. It's pretty decent. Good quality. The only upset is that it only fits a few rods in it. But if you take the reels off the rods, then you can fit a lot more, obviously. See, you can even see it in here. The many layers of the ice as they froze and thawed and froze and thawed. But you can see closer to the top, this top inch or so is fairly cloudy. The rest of it is pretty clear, so that means it was a strong, fast freeze. Yeah, see, you can see it. This one's a little more layers of the white cloudy ice. It's probably, yeah, I can't believe we haven't gotten a bite since those other ones. I think my lure's probably too big. Might switch it up here in a sec. What do we got here in the old tackle box? Michael, you gonna use this sinking, is this a rattler? That's a nice one. Rapala, Radlin, sinker. I think that's what these are called. Double treble hooks on it. Decent bargain.
Like a little fish,
I think it was only $5 or $7, so it's a good buy. It's the chrome blue.
Next time.
Silver blue.
Okay.
The orange bottom. Should be really super attractant. So these are those Menai jigs I was referring to earlier. This is the quarter ounce one. This is the Menai. I went with the neon pink because it looks really good, and it's got this back hook right here to hold your grubs on. So when you feed them onto the hook, it will stay on there way better. So I got a couple rigged up here. Hold on. This one here. See the underhook right here. It's grabbing into that grub, and that grub's gonna stay on there really good.
There's a curl on the ice. You want to get it?
It's not going anywhere. You know, it's got a nice tail.
Not you.
Would have probably preferred to put it on the other way, so the tail curved above the hook, so that when the fish go to bite it, they get this hook instead. But it's one of my first times, not my first times, but first few times at hooking up grubs onto jigs, so I learned my lesson, obviously. Yeah, and you want to measure with the grub how far you want it to go on the hook, so you can get it perfectly on. you can like feed it in from the tail in, or you always start from the top end here, sorry, into the hook. Then you go around this all the way up. This one, I really like this green one here. It's got the propeller on it, little fan blades, whatever you want to call it. See how it's got the tail? The tail goes above the hook, so that if it's in the water, hopefully the fish will go grab around here and grab this hook here. And this in the water, sweet, because it reflects the light of not only the jig head but the grub worm around, and this kind of rattles too. It's nice. What are they? $4 for 2 of these, I think. So they're not too cheap, but I also have a bucktail jig that I was gonna use. This one's got some colorful threads in it. Almost looks like a fishing fly. Wrapped it around here nicely. It's only got the single hook. I think this is a 1/4 ounce, or it's a little bit heavier than that. So the pink nose. It's hard. I haven't caught anything on this, but hopefully soon. Glow in the dark grubs. Gotta absorb some light. They're gonna work. Oh, look at this one. This is a little spinner. This is a spinner jig that we hooked up the other day. We actually put this together ourselves. We went and grabbed one of these spinning, I don't know what these are called. These go onto jigs, just like this mean eye jig, and with a grub worm on it. And when it spins around, this reflects the light, and you actually hook up your line here. We're using, what are these? Titanium? Using these titanium covered in, I think they're covered in like poly, some kind of poly. These are the steel leaders we're using, and they have some kind of plastic coating on the metal, and then they have swivels on the top here where you hook up to your tie off to your line, and yeah, you hook up to this ring, this loop up here, and this spins around in the water reflecting the light, and also this whole jig spins in the water reflecting. So really cool jig we hooked up the other day. They don't come like that, so you're gonna have to do that yourself. Tie these up so they kind of get out of the way. And when you're ice fishing, you don't need a lot of stuff. So right now we just have some leaders, a couple of grubs hooked up. You always want to hook them up before you come out. Oh, this is another one of those spinning grub worm jigs. Oh, it's tied up in this other one. Right here. This is a bigger one. I actually bought this one pre-made. And it had white grubs on the end of it. And it has a notch on it instead of a back hook. You're supposed to hook up the grub worm, but I didn't realize that. This was like one of the first ones I hooked up, so actually gonna try this. Here's the original. So white one. See, they got it right up to the very eye of this jig head. The grub, they snuck it right onto there. Professionals. Did you get a bite?
No.
Sounded like it. Oh, this is probably the pink one you were after, hey?
Yes.
Yeah, I hooked it up onto this one, but the grub ripped when I put it on, so hopefully it stays on. Another one. It's on a 8-ounce glow in the dark jig head.
8 ounce.
8 ounce? Yeah, 8th ounce.
That weighs 8 ounces, man. Fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Burgers that weigh 8 ounces.
This one, Michael hooked this one up yesterday. It's supposed to be a minnow.
I don't think that's how that goes.
Yeah, I know. It's alright, let him be. I know it's supposed to go through the head of the... That's why there's a notch in there,
Here.
I think.
Same one.
Oh, there you go. That one's upside down, though.
Yeah.
So you both did it wrong. That's on a tiny jig head, man.
Hey, there's more than one way to skin a cat.
I guess. We're not skinning cats, but I like this. You don't need a lot of weight. I guess that'll work. This one's gonna look like a shark or something in there.
Might as well review our little fish here.
Oh yeah, look. Yeah, we could use that.
That's what I'm using right now is that squid.
The squid?
Yeah.
Right now, Jeremy's got
Exactly.
this exact same one. The squid picked up in a kit. Recommend these. I heard that squid is among the best bait to use for fish. It's super attractant. They're one of the most prone to getting attacked by other fish.
Is there one bites on that? Lots of bites on the one I'm using right now. So the tails are missing.
Yeah, it's got a few bites, a few holes through it. It's a good one. Squid. Recommend it. Pick it up in your tackle box. Oh, so this is a treble hook that Jeremy picked up the other day. It originally had this neon color spoon on it, on the line, on the steel leader here. And the treble hooks, we hooked up these I hooked up these glow-in-the-dark grubs. Try and give it a squid-like appearance. But I had to put all these weights on here because I didn't feel like I had enough sensation on the line, like feeling on the line. So I had to put more weight on it. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Okay, I brought a few spoons out. These are just small Panther Martins. They're just super small spoons. Just always gonna see what they did under the water. One's a little bigger than the other one. One's a size 4 and the other, what's this one? A size 2. They're the same styles. Just got
Enough ice over there?
2 different sizes. Hopefully those will be good in the water. Should try and switch to some spoon or something. So we got spare jig heads just in case. Jeremy's got all the extra grubs. I got extra grubs in my other tackle box. You don't need to bring that many tackle boxes, but you can also use your bucket. If you're sitting on a bucket, it's a insulated hot seat for cushion. You can use that as your tackle box. Throw everything in the bucket, and or in a divider like this storage divider, and then put it in the bucket. But you're gonna want to buy a sled, haul all your stuff out on the ice, organize these freaking jigs. Alright, And you want to bring a lighter just in case, you never know. Like Michael's got the sweet setup. He's got the rod holder in between his legs, hooked up on the side of the bucket. Man, I can't believe we haven't had any.
Oh, it's frozen.
Whose?
Yours.
Oh, it was frozen. That was crazy. I've never had my hole freeze over before. Don't have to go too far. Just pull your line to the side, let them scoop out the hole. Beautiful day out on this lake here. Beautiful. Can't even see how big this lake is, but it goes for a few kilometers. You can see there's people way over there. I can't believe they're that far out there. But yeah, it goes all the way to those farmhouses and way up there to that White House, probably a little further and out into the distance that way.
That's how close we are to the stage. You can see the White.
You can see the White House. Oh look, those people moved. They separated.
That guy dug like 4 holes.
4 holes? Oh, he's probably got tip-ups. He's probably got tip-ups.
You're only allowed to have 1 line though.
Are you? Or is a tip-up different than a line though? Or is it the same?
Different than a line. It doesn't really fish in for you.
Considered a line in the water because it's, you know, a line in the water. I don't know how that would work. Right now I'm using the Fathom by Rapala.
This thing keeps getting stuck.
It's a nice rod. It's a light medium rod. It's 28. Oh, this is a medium action rod.
Or can we use a different one?
You want to use a different one? Try this squid.
I got on.
You gotta bring your line over here too. Okay. So Gabby's got the same rod as me, but she's got a different line. It came from the manufacturer. It's a polycarbonate line. It's not a braided line like the Berkeley fire line that we're using right here. This is a braided line. It's a 6-pound test. It's a really nice line. I like it. Doesn't curl too bad, right? Doesn't get too much ice on it either. So I like its quality and its durability. And actually you can just take this line and you can actually bend it and it will stay in shape, which is crazy. I would figure only the poly line would do that, but even the braid line will do that. So it's nice to have that ability. The polycarbonate line is more like elastic and it, like, you know, it wants to go straight again all the time. Back to the form. Sucks. And if you fold a line, like make a crease in the line, it stays in the polycarbonate line more so than the braided line, you know?
Why is it a knot?
Where? What, your line? You got some ice on there, I can see that. Oh, up there. Careful, what are you doing? Oh, what are you up to?
We're not.
got looped somehow around, and when it's looped around here. Wow, how did that happen? Is it underneath? What's going on here? Why is there so many lines? This sucks. So guys, just fixed the line here. Sorry, I had to turn off the camera so I can use both my hands. What I did is I just unscrewed the tension on here, and I took off the reel, and then I basically found where it was looping around the reel twice, and then unlooped it, put it back on, screwed on the tensioner, and then flipped the choke or the safety, whatever you want to call it. I know the sun went away, right? That's why I got this coffee cup in my jacket. Is that why you drilled another hole? Because you got cold?
No, as soon as they connected again. Trying to get a try big hole here. That's how you do that.
Look at that. That's hilarious. You got all that ice out of there. In one scoop. It was like a solid baseball or something. Rice Krispie cracker stack. You know what I'm talking about? Those wheat puff things. Like a stack of those, like a whole pack. That's what it looked like. I wonder if they're afraid of my lure, man. Too big of camera shy. Waiting for us to get our first catch.
We went down most of it, man. Separated again.
Jeremy's attempting to drill 3 holes side by side.
Try by try. Gonna be the tricky part.
You're going under? Oh. It's cold, isn't it? It's starting to get cold. Is that a new person over there? Got new people out on the ice. Hopefully you're not scared of my what do I got here? I don't know how far I am from the top. Alright. Well, getting a little chilly, so I gotta drill another hole or something. Alright, well, I'm gonna sign off for now. So we just finished drilling the treble hole, whatever you want to call it. You call it a treble hole, just like a treble hook. It's a little tough to drill 3 holes so close together, but what you get is the ability to move your lure around better.
It looks like a cock.
You can't say that.
YouTube, you can say anything.
There's a lot of ice in there. You can drill over there. Take a picture. Treble hole over here. It's like Mickey Mouse's fun house. Look at this. It's supposed to be fishing. I caught you.
I wanted to take the pictures.
Oh, okay. Good catch.
Thanks.
Look at this little Eskimo, all bundled up. Their mucklucks, moccasins. Michael's got the Dunlips ready to go.
Oh yes.
What am I wearing? Wind River. These are the green diamonds. Green diamond insole with T-Max insulation. Still on the spoon? No? Oh. Using the Rattler? Oh, worm. You gonna switch? Whoa. Switch to the tri-hole. Keep the camera rolling and see who catches. Ever so often you wanna just play with your line a bit, just to try and attract.
I feel like if I catch a fish, it'll be easier to get out of the water.
Well, it will be easier to get out, but
Oh,
would have been sweet.
yep, there it is. I knew the cell phone would come out eventually.
She's taking pictures. Now she's texting. Ah, nice rod holder.
Fucking right, but
I like this. This is the Fabril. What is this? The X-Ice? The medium heavy 32 inch. So this is an 8 to 10 pound rod reel combo, spinning reel. There's the rod holder, custom made for Jeremy's rod. It was pretty close to the highway. It's a little noisy, but it's not so bad. From the city, this is a lot better, you know? City's so noisy with all the cars. Yeah, you just stick it in the snow if you don't want to hold it. You get nice in your hole. Nice day out on the water. Drink my coffee here and enjoy it.
literally standing in this patches of ice.
Mark, we're gonna try this again.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Try whichever one you want. You can try the spinning ones, whatever. I'm gonna switch it up here in a sec. I think my lure's a little too aggressive. My Rattler, it's a little too big for their liking, I think. So I'm gonna switch it up here in a sec.
They packed it up.
DREtalks out. Oh, people are packing out.